Yeah, hi, this is Davie Demeo, working on the book, the Davie Demeo Diaries. I'm testing the quality of the audio on Camtasia Studio. I was using a Sony digital recorder before. I couldn't seem to find the software to use that, so I'm trying this method. I'm going to press stop recording and hear myself, see if it's working. Well, apparently it's working just fine. Camtasia Studio is the software that a lot of professional video is made on to capture the screen. John Race used it in Traffic Secrets 2.0 to show the screen in his program. So I guess there can be uses for this. Maybe there's an idea I haven't seen, like making a product on internet marketing along with my story. I don't know. And I thought that the Tucker Max and Tim Ferriss book and audiobook was the way to go. I'm just going through my process now, but here I am, Camtasia Studio, testing the audio quality. I have actually a headset from Rosetta Stone, so that's pretty good. So I have a little book about attraction, a little book, maybe take 4 or 5 minutes to read, that I wrote about attraction from the Hypnotica, Evening with Hypnotica training that I had. I got these concepts from David D'Angelo and other pickup artists over the last 5-6 years. So here it goes. I'm not going to put that pressure point on myself, just nice and relaxed, read the book and get practice reading to make an audio product. Attraction is not a choice. Hot women on a logical level go out with nice gentlemen who buy them flowers, give them constant compliments, and show constant jealousy toward other men providing attention to these beautiful women. The reality, as I have observed for 33 years, is that the exact opposite is true. Hot, young, desirable women want to be around powerful men who are selfish and have narcissistic personalities, and who are not too focused on what the young hot woman in his life think about him. Attraction seems to be correlated to something not being too available to a person. By that rationale, the less available the narcissistic powerful men are, says for these, to these young hot women, the stronger the attraction desire will develop in the woman's mind. Hollywood creates ideas in the minds of normal everyday men that the man must have a six-pack abs and a perfectly chiseled face, like Brad Pitt in the movie Fight Club, or Jersey Shore in the movie on Jersey Shore, Paulie D on Jersey Shore, to get a beautiful woman on the cover of GQ or Maxim magazine. Hollywood also creates ideas in the minds of these everyday normal men that the women on covers of these magazines actually wake up in the morning looking exactly as they do once all the airbrushing, tweaks, and turns on Adobe Photoshop CS5 and professional makeup artists are done with the finished product. The happy consumer views on these fabulous covers of these fabulous magazines. Men have extreme challenges achieving their fantasies about having sex with the beautiful women on the covers of Playboy and Hustler. Some might say that if a normal male, 5'5" or 5'9" tall, with average looks, does not even have the courage or skill set to even approach a nice 9 or 10, then how in the world is he going to get this beautiful woman in bed? Perhaps in my life I have had mixed up, confusing ideas about sex and attracting beautiful women. My mother went to school with nuns, and her beliefs unfortunately passed on to me. It is not a big surprise between the fear of AIDS infection, getting STDs, confusing belief systems about sex, and multiple rejections from women I've had crushes on since elementary school. I'm writing this book about attraction and sex. Most men put most of their primary time, energy, and resources into having sex with the woman they are attracted to on the street, the train, or possibly the work environment. Unfortunately, most men use most of this misused energy into repeated pornographic movies in the mind of the man, who's very sexually frustrated. This creates a poor pattern in the man's mind and life, which naturally creates a perverted, weird sense to the attractive woman that these men communicate when they are on dates and in public gatherings with these beautiful women. Attractive women intuitively sense that these men have inner game challenges with their sexuality and approach toward dealing with the opposite sex. These types of men are simply not appealing to high-status, beautiful young women who can choose to have any high-status man they choose and dedicate their time, energy, and resources with. There's a very big piece of the mysterious puzzle about young, attractive women that 99% of average, ordinary men working on the street observing these beautiful women are missing. These young, attractive women are not going to stay young, attractive beauties forever, and they know it. Social conditioning, family pressure, and genetic hardwiring has programmed women to have high-status male who can financially provide for them and their future children, all by the time this fabulous beauty is but only 30 years old. For this very reason, unlike the blooming, immature man, late-blooming, immature man like myself, young, attractive women are forced to have a tremendous skill set to eliminate low-status men, protect their reputations as being low status themselves, known to be promiscuous, and focus most of her attention on getting her knight in charming armor by the age of 30. The alternative to most of these young, attractive beauties is very simply the unthinkable. Some might argue that a very high percentage of the marriages developed by what I discussed earlier has and will continue to lead to a very high divorce rate. Some might argue that many of the high-status alpha males marrying these attractive young, naive beauties will inevitably commit adultery within 3 years of marriage, as the alpha male continues to develop more attractive qualities to single attractive women, as he is becoming more financially successful, emotionally more mature, and of course unavailable because he is married, and after all, these young attractive beauties do want what they can't have. Now that these beautiful women are now well into their 30s and married, she has to protect her investments, as we all have to protect our investments. And many younger, more attractive women pose a major threat to these married beauties. Some of these high-status men will be faithful to their wives who have become less attractive and older and fatter over the years. Unfortunately, most of these high-status men will inevitably cheat on their wives as the years pass and their wives and mothers of their children become less appealing to them. This is a harsh reality of life that most people do not like to talk about until it is too late and perhaps someone has done something which cannot be fixed or reversed.